I have a friend and every time we meet, he says, Iggy, I'm broke. I don't have enough money. Now this guy works at a major company with a high salary. His wife is a civil servant, so naturally I was confused. And then he said, well, we spend over 2 million won every month on a private education for our two daughters. They're just 8 and 6 years old. He told him even a swimming class for one of them cost more than 400,000 won. And on top of that, there's an English class, piano lessons, and all private after-school programs. Here's the thing, Koreans can be extremely competitive. We love to be number one, whether it is having the fastest internet in the world or the most semiconductor exports. But being number one isn't always a good thing. South Korea also ranks number one in the world for lowest birth rate. In 2024, the rate is around 0.75, meaning the average Korean woman is expected to have just 0.75 children in a lifetime. If this trend continues, some warn that Korea could face extinction as deaths outnumber births and the population eventually vanish. No more K-pop or K-drama in the future? And private education is one of the biggest reasons for the low birth rate. In Korea, an average household of 4 family members earn about 6 million won per month. If they have 2 children, they spend an average of 900,000 won per month on education. That's 15% of their entire income just for tutoring and lessons. In cities, it gets worse. An average family with 2 high schoolers can end up spending over 2 million won per month on private education. That's nearly 30% of their income, assuming they make around 7.5 million won per month. And that just covers the private lessons. It doesn't even include other expenses like food and clothing. Some families spend 50 to 60% of total income just raising kids. So it's no surprise many Koreans are saying, I can't afford to have children. But why are Koreans so obsessed with private education? Koreans see a good education as the only way to climb the social ladder unless you are born with a silver spoon. And what does a good education mean? For many Koreans, it means getting into a top university. We even have a nickname for them. The Sky Universities, S, Seoul National Universities, K, Korea Universities, and Y, Yonsei University. For many families, getting into one of these schools means your future is secure. And so, parents invest everything, time, money, and energy to make sure their kids get ahead. The scary part, this problem isn't new. Even when I was in school 30 years ago, people were already saying private education is out of control and the government tried so many things to curb the madness. But instead of getting better, it's only gotten worse. What's the birth rate like in your country? Definitely higher than Korea's, right? Do you think education pressure is stopping people from having kids in your country too? Or are there other factors at play?